In this 3-column cash book, there will be 3 amount column. That means there will be a discount allowed column and cash column as we dealt in 2-column cash book. In addition to that, there will be one more column that is said to be bank column. The payment side also discount received column, cash column and additional one column that is bank column. So this title is said to be 3-column cash book. That is the cash book with the cash column, bank column and discount column. Now let us practice the preparation of a 3-column cash book with the help of the following transactions. On May 1st, 2020, cash in hand is rupees 25,000, cash at bank is rupees 80,000. On 2nd, cash sales of 1 lakh. On 4th, cash purchases rupees 60,000. On 6th May, paid into bank rupees 10,000. On 10th May, commission to Rakesh by check rupees 3,000. On 15th May, cash received rupees 7,500 and allowed discount rupees 500 to Mr. Ramu. On 20th May, paid Somu rupees 2,500 and received discount of rupees 100. On 21st May, withdrew from bank for office use rupees 5,000 and personal use rupees 500. On 30th May, paid salary by check rupees 10,000. So let us practice the question which we have discussed now. The first value is the opening value, that is the balance brought down. For cash it is 25,000. In the cash column it is 25,000. In the bank column it is 80,000. 80,000. Now the next transaction is on 2nd May, cash sales. To sales. Amount it is 1 lakh in the cash column. It is cash 1 lakh. Cash 1 lakh rupees. Now cash purchases. So date is on 4th May, by purchases amount 60,000 in the cash column, payment side. Now on 6th May, paid into bank rupees 10,000. So in the payment side, cash paid into bank rupees 10,000 in the cash column. Date is on 6th May, paid into bank. In the particular column you have to write bank and payment from cash 10,000. At the same time it is receipt in the bank column on the same date in the opposite side, that is the receipt side, on 6th May to cash. So cash is received in the bank. So actually the journal entry is bank account entered to cash. The cash received in the bank. So this journal entry, the peculiarity of this transaction is this appears in both the sides of the cash book, that is payment side as well as receipt side. In the payment side, cash is paying from the cash account, and in the receipt side, cash is receiving in the bank column. So this entry is said to be contra entry. This entry is said to be contra entry. So we have to write the abbreviation C for denoting such a type of a transaction, that is contra. Contra means an entry which appears in both the side of the cash book, that is said to be contra entry. Here in this example, cash paid to the bank. So while we write the payment side, in the cash column we have to write the amount, and in the particular column we have to write bank. At the same time, in the receipt side we have to write receipt in the bank, and in the particular column we have to write the abbreviation, we have to write cash. On 10th, commission paid to Rakesh by check. So it is payment on 10th. commission paid from bank through check. On 15th May, cash received from Ramu rupees 7,500. Cash received. And allowed him a discount of 500. Discount allowed. On 20th, paid Somu rupees 2,500 and received a discount of 100. Received a discount of 100. So in the discount column 100, payment column 2,500. On 21st, withdraw from bank for office use rupees 5,000 and personal use rupees 500. So in the payment side we have to write rupees 5,000 from bank towards cash, and on the same date drawings rupees 500 from the bank. So both withdrawn from the bank. One is for office purpose, another one is for personal purpose. So the payment side, this is the entry, but in the receipt side, on the same date, that is 21st May, cash is received here. In the receipt side, cash is received for 5,000 from the bank. So receipt from the bank. So actually the entry is cash comes in from the bank. Cash account debtor to bank actually. So this is also another example for contra entry. So what is contra entry? Contra entry means an entry which make impact in two columns, two sides. So while depositing cash with the bank and withdrawing cash from the bank for office purpose, this contra entry appears. So this may be asked for the exam. What do you mean by contra entry? So contra entry is nothing but if an entry which makes impact in the both the side of the cash book, such is said to be contra entry. And the example is cash deposited with the bank and cash withdrawn from the bank. Both the transaction, it will appear in the payment side as well as receipt side of the cash book. We can call it as contra entry. And finally, the last transaction is paid salary by check on 31st May. Salary paid by check, so that it is going from the bank account, amount 10,000. Now let us total it and balance it. This cash column and bank column has to be total and balanced, and the discount column we just need to total it, the discount allowed as well as discount received column. So when we totaled, we have got 1,37,500 in the cash column, that is wrote here. Similarly 90,000 for the bank column, that we wrote here. And when we balance, we got a difference of 65,000 in the cash column and 71,500 in the bank column. That we brought down to the opposite side. And this discount allowed column, we just total it. This discount allowed is 500 and discount received is 100. That value we have to transfer to the discount allowed account and discount received account respectively for that particular period. So let me repeat it once again. In 3-column cash book, the important concept that we have to consider is contra entry. Contra entry is nothing but if an entry, if a transaction makes impact in the both the side of the cash book, that is the receipt side as well as the payment side, if they make impact, then such entry is said to be contra entry. So while we depositing cash with the bank or withdrawing cash from the bank, it will make impact in both the side, that is the payment side and the receipt side. For example, here this cash deposited with the bank, cash deposited with the bank, this is an example. So cash is going from the cash account and it is receipt for the bank. So while writing the payment side, we have to write bank and amount in the cash column. But while writing the receipt side, cash in the particular column and amount in the bank column, because the receipt happened to the bank, payment that makes from the business office. So cash is going out, bank is receiving. The opposite to that, cash withdrawn from the bank. Suppose cash withdrawn from the bank. So in the payment side, it is payment from the bank, and here the receipt in the cash column. Hope this concept is clear. If you have any doubt or clarification required, I am ready to support you, for which you have to give your comment in the comment box or requirement in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Kindly share it and subscribe it. Thank you very much.